I'm Brian Moriarty. I'm a professor at Worcester Polytechnic Institute, but years ago I was a game designer at Lucasfilm Games, and I'm here to talk about a game I made there called Loom, and I'm very happy to be here at EVA 15. I'm giving a talk, it's a post-mortem of a game that I published over 25 years ago now called Loom. It's actually based on a talk which I gave at the Game Developers Conference last March. The talk has been somewhat improved because I have new material for it that I didn't have available when I made that talk, so you'll see a few things that weren't shown before. And it's just an overview of how the game was made, my history with the company and how the game evolved and the people who helped me make it. I think it's a pretty good talk. I watched a couple of the other sessions. They were very interesting, and it's a beautiful theater that you're doing this in. It sounds really good too, so that's nice. And it's a very nice. I love small conferences like this. You get to meet a lot of people, and it's much more intimate. You know, GDC has 20,000 people running around. It's very complicated. So. The industry is in constant flux, and that's always been true, and it's very true right now. There's a great deal of attention being paid on mobile games and free-to-play games and trying to extract money from people as innocuously as possible. A lot of gambling games going on, getting very big. The indie scene is struggling a bit right now, I think, although it's by far the most interesting part of the industry. They're having trouble finding ways to make money on their projects so that they can make a living doing it. That's become harder over the past few years for various economic and political reasons, and I'm hoping we find a solution because I think the lifeblood of the industry is now in the indies. And the big studios are hopelessly mired doing their giant first-person shooters that cost $500 million, and that's kind of a different world. It's always been an interesting, diverse industry, and it's always changing. So the problems we have today, 5 years from now, will be gone, replaced with a whole new set of unbelievable problems. There's also the whole VR thing. So there was a fad for VR back in the 90s, and it faded. We'll see if this one has legs. I hope so. The tools and capabilities of the machines that both make the games and play the games are thousands of times greater than what we had 25 years ago. You'll see that dramatically in the speech. I'm going to show you what it really looked like and some of the limitations we had to work with, which are almost unbelievable. I mean, there's far more power in your wristwatch than there was in the computers that I developed that game on. So it was a very interesting time to be making games, to be sure. One thing that is very good about the future is that the tools are becoming extremely powerful. And also many of them are free, which means that almost anyone now who wants to take the time and learn how to do it can make very good games because the tools are so good and so free. That's never been true as it is now. It's again become possible for a very small team or even an individual to make an important, significant game. And I think that is a very important thing. So I think there was a time when that was not true at all, but now that it's definitely true. And I'm very excited about that.